faithfully delivering value and interpreting the world's best books.
Hi, this is Sally with the Book Talk.
Today, we're exploring the book Tiger Mom's Daughter. Here, Tiger Mom refers to full-time working professional mothers. How do these career-focused moms influence their daughters' career choices? That's the core topic this book delves into.
Barbara is one such tiger mom.
She was born in Britain in the 1950s and is a top professional in the media industry. As a full-time working mom, Barbara always felt motherhood was crucial, but having her own career and life was equally important.
However, her daughter Belle chose to be a stay-at-home mom after starting a family.
In Barbara's view, her daughter is overly dedicated to parenting. This is the story of Barbara and her daughter Belle. This is quite common in Western countries today, and it's central to Tiger Mom's Daughter. That's the main focus of this book. The author is Jill Armstrong, a British scholar who's long researched gender equality at work. She's at Cambridge University's Murray Edwards College, and like other Western feminists, she's observed the state of gender equality progress. Cameras are sparsely rise and easy. In recent years, it hasn't gone well. For over a decade in the UK and similar nations, women have been underrepresented in top leadership roles. Many working women cluster in lower-paying sectors, and mothers often take part-time jobs. To uncover the reasons behind this, she focused her study on full-time working mothers and their adult daughters. And she deeply interviewed 30 tiger moms, mostly baby boomers born between 1946 and 1964. These moms worked full-time and succeeded in careers, while their daughters, born in the 1980s and 1990s, are now at family and career-starting ages. Many assume successful mothers would inspire their daughters to chase career achievements. However, these career moms' daughters didn't emulate their mothers. Instead, they centered their futures around family. In Jill's view, these daughters' unexpected choices reflect the gender equality progress. In today's Western society, it's not advancing but regressing. But why is that? Is it because tiger moms focus too much on work, causing their daughters to have a deprived childhood? So, is it because they want to be good mothers when they grow up? Or because they witness their moms struggling with work and parenting? Or they simply don't want to repeat that hardship? Or is it because significant societal changes over the past 2 to 3 decades have made it harder for today's women to achieve career ambitions? These questions are exactly what Tiger Mom's Daughter explores. Now, let's examine the book's main content through two parts. First, what impact does successful career women have on their daughters? Second, why do these daughters prioritize family as they grow older? Okay, let's dive into part one, how tiger moms influence their daughters. First, understand these tiger moms. Jill interviewed professional mothers who didn't just have jobs, but successful careers. They mostly entered the workforce in the 1970s to 80s, holding professional or managerial positions with high socioeconomic status. And they shared one key characteristic, loving their work. Moreover, this love didn't conflict with their love for children. Many tiger moms stated work provides crucial fulfillment and value. However, motherhood offered greater emotional rewards than work. Overall, they saw work and family not as opposing choices, but as manageable daily demands. So how do they balance both? Different tiger moms have different approaches. The author categorizes them into two types, pragmatic and idealistic. Starting with pragmatic tiger moms, they acknowledge imperfection, believe their kids aren't harmed by their busy careers. Occasionally, pragmatic tiger moms feel guilty about specific situations, like when sending a mildly sick child to school, but this guilt fades quickly. Overall, they recognize challenges exist, but believe the best solution is to push forward. These pragmatic tiger moms are masters of positive psychology. For example, lawyer Christina feels no work-related guilt, believing children benefit from whatever arrangements you make. And they, a public sector manager with 3 kids, told the author, "As long as I know my children are happy, independent, and well-balanced, I'm thrilled. And and if they have character flaws, it's not because of my career, but due to many complex reasons. They also emphasized how their careers positively impacted their daughters.
Like having money for fabulous birthday parties, family trips, better destinations, and luxury hotels.
Notably, the author found most pragmatic tiger moms reached top positions in their fields. This explains why they're more positive, confident, and pragmatic, compared to idealistic moms who often feel guilty about not being stay-at-home parents. This struggle stems from perfectionism. They want to be perfect employees and mothers, yet feel inadequate at both. In interviews, some idealistic moms used emotional language, feeling they either abandoned kids or failed colleagues.
Like Valerie, who said, I feel I never did anything right, always reacting to emergencies, rarely succeeding.
When asked what doing things right meant, Valerie replied, being the perfect employee and mother, adding, that would require 48-hour days. Time is the biggest constraint, followed by energy and mental capacity. Yet both pragmatic and idealistic tiger moms strive to be good mothers. More importantly, their confidence or guilt barely affected their daughters. Now, to these daughters, moms having fulfilling careers caused no childhood trauma. This challenges the assumption that more mom time equals better parenting. In fact, daughters reported career moms just need 5 key things during childhood for maximum impact. First, attending important parent-required events, like children's sports events, competitions, art performances, etc. Second, let children know their mom's schedule, when and where she'll be, and how to contact her. Third, when at home, focus on the kids. Don't get distracted by work. Fourth, arrange reliable after-school care, whether a nanny or grandparents, as long as the child is looked after. Fifth, encourage children's independence. In fact, when done right, kids see a working mom as great. She's involved, but not overbearing.
In contrast, stay-at-home moms often over-involve themselves using a helicopter parenting style, hovering over kids constantly.
So, by following these 5 points, mothers ensure their kids feel the warmth of maternal love. As kids grow, they appreciate more how their mom's career benefits them, exposing them to the wider world and interesting people. For daughters, having a full-time working mom has an extra impact. It makes them more likely to have career ambitions. First, these girls see women working as completely normal. For example, daughter Sophie told the author, seeing mom work since childhood. I assumed everyone went to college and all women worked. Even now, I can't grasp the idea of not working. Another daughter, Rachel, said, I'm really interested in mom's career and truly admire her success. She knows so many people. When we go out, it seems every important person recognizes her. It's truly impressive. Rachel also noted that many friends with stay-at-home moms eventually became full-time mothers themselves after working for a while. Second, a successful tiger mom often sets high academic expectations. One daughter recalled her childhood. Whenever I got an A, mom always asked, why not an A+ star? That sounds a bit harsh. However, we all know academic success is key to career advancement, especially for high-level positions. In fact, most daughters interviewed attended top UK universities like Oxford and Cambridge, landing great jobs after graduation. Tiger moms also instill strong work ethics from early childhood, like working hard and developing resilience. Along with conveying work ethics comes imparting feminist values to their daughters. This transmission happens through words and actions. 64% of the 30 tiger moms identified as feminists, many mentioning returning to work post-childbirth to actively advance women's progress. As feminists, they expect daughters to embrace these ideals and not limit careers due to gender. They teach daughters from childhood, study hard, work seriously, don't submit to men or their careers. For example, daughter Lily shared her mom taught her early to value her own ideas. Her mother told Lily, remember you have a brain, use it well, don't let men suppress you. When daughters enter the workforce, tiger moms provide direct support, arranging internships, job opportunities, application prep, and networking. Kara, a media company president, arranged for her journalism major daughter Tanya an excellent internship position. That internship proved crucial when Tanya later landed a job at a major media outlet. Two other daughters received direct projects from their entrepreneur mothers when starting careers. In fact, most daughters considered their mothers the biggest influence on career choices, followed by fathers, friends, partners. One-third chose careers identical or similar to their mothers. This reflects the profound influence career mothers have on their daughters. After daughters enter the workforce, their relationship with mothers often enters a golden period, discovering wonderful qualities in each other. Many daughters cherish this phase, realizing their moms aren't just parents, but career mentors with rich experience to share. Okay, let's summarize part one. We learned career moms approach work-life balance with either pragmatic or idealistic attitudes.
Regardless of approach, full-time work doesn't harm kids, it actually brings unique benefits.
With a career-driven mom, daughters develop stronger ambitions and get crucial early career support. Yet as mentioned, when considering marriage and children, most daughters abandon career ambitions to prioritize family. They believe having kids necessitates drastically reducing work hours. Some switch to child-friendly careers before even planning pregnancies, like Hannah, who abandoned performing arts for teaching right after marriage. Paula became a less demanding dentist, reasoning, if both parents work intensely, it harms children. Others plan part-time work post-childbirth for more parenting time. Why don't these tiger-raised girls become tiger moms themselves? Now we explore part two, the reasons behind this phenomenon. The author notes significant societal shifts during these daughters' adulthood converged into forces pushing women from careers back to homes. The first and most crucial change is modern parenting culture. Since the 80s to 90s, Western parenting shifted toward parental determinism. This view holds parents directly responsible for children's well-being, health, and success. With the rise of parental determinism came a flood of parenting experts. They bombard mothers with increasing advice, turning parenting into a resource-intensive system requiring massive time, money, and energy. Note, while this growing childcare responsibility is theoretically shared, it falls mainly on mothers in reality. In societal consciousness, a father is considered good if he works hard, earns money, and comes home on time. Not being abusive or alcoholic already makes him a decent man.
But for mothers, meeting these standards isn't enough. They must provide comprehensive, high-quality care.
In 1996, American sociologist Hayes coined intensive parenting to describe child rearing among upper-middle-class women in Europe and America. They center everything around children, follow expert guidance, invest emotionally, and exhaust themselves fulfilling every child's desire and concern. In fact, this intensive parenting has spread beyond the West to China's developed regions today. The old mindset of another child, just add chopsticks, is gone. Precision parenting is now an unstoppable trend. Parenting is already tough, yet stay-at-home and career moms compete fiercely in this arena. Stay-at-home moms stake their worth on child-rearing success, going all out, while career moms, naturally competitive, refuse to fall behind. Social networks fuel this mom competition, reinforcing intensive parenting culture psychologically. The book mentions Lily, a young mom with part-time work who uses daycare when busy. A stay-at-home mom reacted, "Some criminals serve shorter sentences than that, poor child." Amid this intense parenting culture and mom competition, today's mothers face unprecedented pressure and expectations. For tiger moms' daughters, their own career moms' positive examples lack strength against today's overwhelming societal norms. And so the duty of being a mother ultimately surpassed their desire for career success.
Next, let's look at the second change, the temptation of part-time work.
Back in the 70s and 80s, when tiger moms worked full-time, they faced a binary choice, either full-time work or being a stay-at-home mom.
However, today's world offers their daughters a new option, part-time work.
It's easy to understand why part-time work appeals to tiger moms' daughters. Influenced by their mothers, they believe women should have a job.
But under the pressure of modern parenting culture, they don't have the time or energy for full-time work.
In this situation, part-time work seems like a great option, allowing them to have the best of both worlds. A daughter named Zara said, "Part-time work lets you enjoy the best of both realms. You maintain professional respect and human civilization, while also staying closely connected to your children, achieving balance." However, the author points out that this idea of achieving balance through part-time work might just be a beautiful fantasy. The imagined win-win often results in lose-lose in reality. From the work perspective, part-time work only offers a meager salary and rarely provides opportunities for career advancement or success. Many studies have proven that part-time work severely hinders career progress and satisfaction. And from the family side, it doesn't guarantee you'll be a good mom. Remember what we said in part 1. Kids don't expect moms to revolve around them all day. They just need mom's full attention when she's home. But part-time working moms, even at home, are often still working, which may not satisfy the kids.
The author further argues that the fundamental reason driving many women to choose part-time work, the desire to balance life and work, is itself an oppressive idea. And,
as feminist scholar Rothenberg said, today's society demands women to juggle the dual responsibilities of work and family. However, with both work and parenting becoming harder, juggling or balancing is difficult to achieve. In other words, what seems like progress is actually a new gender norm that ultimately pressures women more. From this perspective, women choosing part-time work is merely a reluctant compromise. If they focused less on balancing and more on their true desires, they might make genuinely autonomous choices. So, we see modern parenting culture pressures young mothers into part-time work. Moreover, they rationalize this choice through the third change, shifts in feminist movements and ideology. Earlier, we mentioned tiger moms instilled feminist values in daughters, but as these daughters grew up, Western feminism's focus shifted. Western society has seen 3 feminist waves. The first began mid-19th century, peaking post-W1. Its core was women fighting for civil rights, especially voting rights. We might summarize this phase as the vote. The second wave, 1960s to 1980s, focused on equality in public spaces and workplaces, urging women toward economic independence. We might summarize this phase as work. The tiger moms in this book were key participants in second-wave feminism. By the daughter's adulthood, Western feminism entered its third wave, 1990s to present. Unlike prior waves, the third wave lacks unified goals, featuring competing ideologies. Some feminists still emphasize career importance, but many now value domestic labor, hoping society will equate it with paid work. Some even argue workplace culture is designed by men for men, so women shouldn't feel forced to participate. If forced to summarize third-wave feminism, choice might be the keyword, backed by neoliberalism, consumerism, and identity politics. 88. So, what does this shift in feminism signify? It means that 20 to 30 years ago, Western women had a clear path to freedom. Work hard, gain financial independence, and career success. But now, work no longer holds that decisive importance. Today, women can choose not to work, yet still call themselves feminists, something unimaginable in the past. Well, these 3 changes combined have made tiger moms' daughters less career-driven than their mothers. Beyond that, there's a smaller reason tied to how tiger moms parented. The author uncovered something fascinating. Though all interviewed tiger moms were powerhouses, nearly all were reluctant to claim their achievements, as if their job satisfaction, John Malone Maloney, stemmed purely from the work itself, not their status or success. The book terms this attitude hidden ambition, meaning they had aspirations but wouldn't voice them. Like tiger mom Karen, who said of becoming an executive, "Somehow I climbed the ladder, not deliberately, more like being pushed into it." Martha, a public sector CEO, added, "Some see me as successful, but I constantly think I'm not good enough or could do better." This hidden ambition shaped how Tiger moms discussed work with daughters, focusing on technical aspects, like how to work hard and deliver quality results. They downplayed successes and never voiced grand ambitions. They taught their daughters that, having a job was important, but just keep your head down and do the work well. Whereas fathers openly discussed ambitions and achievements, daughter Natalie followed her parents into law, but credited her dad's encouragement most. Natalie told the author, "Mom did well, but never boasted like dad about how amazing she was." In short, Tiger Mom's approach gave daughters work ethic but not burning ambition. Therefore, when facing immense external pressure, their career ambitions become more easily shaken. And when this happens, Tiger Moms often show understanding and support for their daughter's choice to prioritize family. Though they held themselves to strict standards, seeing their daughters overwhelmed by juggling work and childcare makes them ache with sympathy. More importantly, they realize being a mother today is far harder than in their time. Tiger mom Tara, the media company president, told the author, "Motherhood now is incredibly stressful. Even choosing an elementary school requires huge effort today." Or, "Back then, just sending kids to the nearest school was perfectly fine."
Of course, this parenting flaw is just a minor shortcoming, not the root cause.
The decisive factors remain the powerful societal realities, the three major changes we discussed. All right, that concludes our summary of Tiger Mom's Daughter. Through interviews with Tiger moms and their daughters, the author analyzes why gender equality progress in Western societies has stalled or even regressed recently. For these issues, the author offers solutions. Governments and societies should reform childcare policies. Companies should judge loyalty by output, not hours, offering flexible arrangements for women during marriage or childbearing years. Of course, male partners must actively take on more childcare. It shouldn't fall solely on mothers. The author specifically urges reviving second wave feminism to challenge the growing socioeconomic gap between genders. But as this is a book about mothers and daughters, the most concrete advice is for mothers. So she hopes successful career moms will more openly share their professional visions and ambitions with their children. Beyond teaching daughters to find meaningful work and work hard, they should also encourage them to break barriers, climb the ranks, and reach leadership positions. Mothers should proudly tell daughters how remarkable their success is. What kind of satisfaction and sense of achievement comes with gaining social recognition? To encourage more mothers to do this, the author shares an example in the book. Among her interviewees, only 2 Tiger moms openly showed ambition, and their daughters displayed strong career drive. One Tiger mom named Jane successfully founded her own business and became a public figure. She describes herself as hardworking, determined, and ambitious. Her daughter Jessica said, "Mom taught me to be ambitious, to know what I want from work and life, and believe I can achieve it." Aang was the only interviewee who stated she aimed for top leadership from day one in her career. Her daughter Ellie started her own business young, declaring confidently, "I don't just want to be a craftsperson, I'll build a major brand."
Perhaps all successful women, not just Tiger moms, should discuss their successes and ambitions more, showing how women shine when pursuing passions. This inspires confidence and strength in young girls.
All right, that concludes our discussion of Tiger Mom's Daughter. Find reading notes below the audio. Until next time.